Welcome to Where There's a Will, There's a Play. My name's Ian, and tonight I'm here with another top 10. And this is my top 10 most anticipated games for 2025. Now that I've started up my YouTube channel, I've tried to keep track a little bit more of games that are coming out the next year, so I can do this list. And I've got a list that, when you look at companies, probably not going to surprise you a whole lot if you follow the channel. Got several games. There's some really good ones coming out in 2025. 2024 was a great year for gaming for us. We will have our top games of 2024 here in about a week and a half. Very excited to do that ranking and see where all the great games we played this year fall. But let's talk about next year. And a couple of honorable mentions, real quick. Lost Lumina from my brain just shut off on me. It just launched today on Kickstarter. I think it's Stranded Games is bringing us Lost Lumina. Let me look it up real quick. I'm pretty sure it's Stranded Games. Yes, Stranded Games. And then Railroad Tiles. I love Railroad Inc. I love tile laying. I'm very curious to see how that's going to work. Everdell Duo. Love Everdell. I really like. I have My Little Everdells now become Welcome to Everdell or something. Kind of curious to see the cooperative mode in Everdell Duo in action a little bit more. And then I made you a mixtape, a I Cut You Choose game that is coming out. But let's move on to my top 10 games that I'm looking forward to in 2025. Number 10 comes to us from one of my favorite companies. You can see it right over there, Thunderworks Games, and that is Citizens of the Spark. This is a game that is outside of the world of Willows. And in Citizens of the Spark, got my iPad over here just so I can read a little bit on BGG. The fate of creatures touched by the spark of intelligence hangs in the balance. You must recruit strong animals allies to your city and unlock the potential of your citizens. There are every game you play between 7 and 10 animal citizen types per game, and you choose from 30 available creatures and combine into one shared deck. Every citizen type has distinct powers, making each game's action combos uniquely variable. I'm just really interested to see how this works, especially as like a solo game with the variable powers and everything and the different combinations. So that is Citizen of the Spark by Thunderworks Games. My number 9 is the latest in the series from Flat Out Games and AEG, and that is Knitting Circle, a Calico game. This one's made my list because this is one that I know Stacy and I will play together, so I'm very excited about that. This is a tile laying game. It's a spatial tile laying game. Tiles are very interesting in the shape where you're making different items. You're collecting yarn from a central basket to knit into garments while trying to get your color combinations and patterns just right. Very excited about this. We love our tile laying. Flat Out Games pretty much hits for us across the board. Every Flat Out game we have played so far, from Calico to Verdant to Fit to Print, have really hit for us. Still have to get Nocturne to the table from this year, but very excited about this one, and I'm very excited because this one is going to be a multiplayer game for us. Probably play solo. I'm also excited we back this one. It is giving a different way to play Calico, so which mirrors the knitting circle mechanic with like the circle thing. So I'm very excited for that as well. Not just for knitting circle, but also it's going to give us a different way to do the drafting and stuff in Calico. So it'll make Calico maybe come back to the table a little bit more than it has in recently. So that is Knitting Circle. My number 8 is one of the games that is kind of in this whole new duet, whatever mode, 2-player mode only, and that is Azul Duel. I'm very interested. Stacy and I love Azul. We love the Azul games, some of them more than others. I'm really interested to see how the dual version of this works. The it looks like it's kind of a head-to-head battle. The pieces and the boards that you're drafting the tokens from have kind of a moon and a sun part on them. So or a moon, a light moon, and a dark moon. Maybe I'm very interested to see how this is going to work. Um, and so I'm very excited about that. And just to see the difference in this versus regular Azul, maybe this might be a better two-player version than regular Azul. I don't know. I'm just very excited to see Azul Duel in action a little bit more. And that move goes on to my number 7. My number 7 is actually one that appeared on my mid-year most anticipated end of 2024 because I thought it was coming out in 2024. It is actually coming out in 2025, and that is Critter Kitchen. Critter Kitchen is coming to us from Cardboard Alchemy, who brought us. What game was it? What game was it? Was it Flamecraft? Flamecraft. Brought us Flamecraft, Andromeda's Edge last year, which I've not played, but Flamecraft we own. I'm very excited about this game. I'm excited about the um, different sized critters that go to the kitchens to get different items, and some are quicker and but can't carry as much. Some are slower but can carry a lot more. And I'm just very excited about this one. That is Critter Kitchen by Cardboard Alchemy. My number 6 game is a game that just came on my radar recently. Actually, I had to redo my list to see where it was going to fall. And that is the latest one by Danny Garcia, and that is Coming of Age. Coming of Age has a very interesting theme to me, where you start as a child, and as such, you will have a limited sense of interests and skills that will determine your development. During this time, your parents' help will be important for your progress. As years go by, you will grow and acquire new interests, gain more independence, and with it, access to other experiences that will allow you to achieve your own life goals. I'm very interested to see how this one works and to see the progression of this. As you guys have Windmill Valley up here. Windmill Valley was a big hit for me solo in 2024. Very good chance it's going to appear on most likely it's going to appear on my solo top games of 2024. Very good chance it appears on my overall 2024 games. Even though I've only played it solo, we'll have to see if those lists will be coming up here in the next couple weeks. I am very interested just to see the gameplay in this. I've heard it's going to be maybe slightly more complex than Windmill Valley, but with a very easy to run Automa or AI. So I'm very interested to see this one. Like I said, just came on my radar recently, but Windmill Valley was a hit for me. And I'm very excited to just the theme of this one sounds really interesting. There's not a whole lot about it. This one I believe is coming direct to retail, so they'll be able to be available really quick. So I'm very excited about this one, and just to see kind of where this one goes. It has some dice rolling in it. I love dice games, so I'm very excited for that one. That is Coming of Age. And the next one is one that recently came on my radar as well, and this is the new one. And I saw this on a video, kind of as a tease for next year, from the op, whose big game Gnome Hollow was a huge hit for us. Very excited for this next one, and this is their Gen Con release next year, I believe, and that is T-Witches. Another one that'll be coming directly to retail. I'm really excited about this one. When you combine Push Your Luck, tile placement, and worker placement into one game, I'm in. I'm in. And the T theme, I'm in. So, and when you figure that it is the same duo that brought us Flamecraft, I mean, come on. Can you get any better than that? Worker placement, tile placement, Push Your Luck, T theme, brought to you by the people that brought you Flamecraft. Say no more. Like, this game, I'm in. I'm 100% in on this one. I really know nothing much about it. You play over 4 rounds, each one representing one day of the Tequinox Fair. Each day has 2 phases. You have a summoning phase where you simultaneously draw a crowd of witches to their tea hunt. And then you have the service phase where players take turns sending their adorable teapots to various boutiques. Boutiques, B-O-O. In the city to gather toppings and collect tea from the rotating crystal fountain. Like I said, don't know a whole lot about this. Completing tea orders, attracting celebrities, earning money, and upgrading your tea will earn players prestige. Don't know a whole lot about this. Plays 2 to 4 players. But when you combine those mechanics with the people who brought with Manny Vega and Sundara Tang and the tea theme, I'm all in. I'm all in on this one. I'm so excited for this one over the summer. This one will probably be an instant buy for us when we get a chance to get it. Now, my number 4. If you follow the channel, these next 4 may surprise you. Well, some of the next 4, 3 of the next 4, I think are going to surprise you because they are at the very high end of my comfort level for complexity. And 3 of the 4 are definitely going to be solo only games, which is not a huge surprise, but they're definitely at the high end of my complexity. The number 4 game that I am most interested in, most anticipating, is Tend. Yes, I backed this at the $1 so that I could kind of budget for it during the pledge manager. Went all in, not all in. I did. I did end up backing this one though. Um, this is high end of even above my comfort zone. But I figure if I'm going to go above my comfort zone, it's going to be with an and right. Love my flipping rights. Love my rolling rights. This one is a flip and roll and scratch and stamp and whatever else you want to do in right. And I am very interested in this one. I'm very excited for this one. That's why this one made my number 4. It's a farming game where you are building your own farm and collecting the greatest selections of goods, but you're doing so many things in it. It just looks so good and so interesting. I'm very excited for this one. That is Tend by Ivy Studios. My number 3 is the lightest in my top 4, and this is a 2-player only head-to-head game, kind of like Battleship type. You are trying to lead each person through your dungeon lair, and that is Lairs by Kids Table Board Gaming. Yes, back this one as well. KTBG, one of our favorite companies together. Very excited about this one as well. I'm excited about the head-to-head. And just you're trying to direct someone through they're moving through your dungeon layer, you're building different ones, they're moving through it to try and get through it, and you tell them what they've run into and stuff. So I think this one is going to be just a blast for Stacy and I to play. And moving on to my top 2. My number 2 is the latest from that company right there that brought us Isle of Cats, and that is City of Games, and that is Emberleaf. Once again, another game that is at the high end of my complexity comfort level, but City of Games is hit for me. Solo Race of the Raft for us 2-player. We have Adoring Gardens over there, which we have to learn. So I'm really interested in one. I'm really interested in the card dancing mechanic. I've seen it in action on FrankQuest playthroughs. The tile placement I love. Engine building I'm really enjoying some engine building stuff. Resource management. So all sorts of mechanics that I really like. But this card dancing has me really intrigued. So so as a brave Emberling, your mission is to rebuild your home in the heart of an ancient forest. To succeed, you'll explore the wilderness, gather resources, clear dangerous areas, and construct new homes for your kid. Along the way, you'll recruit heroes into your fellowship, each bringing unique skills that will help empower your team. But beware, space in the forest is limited, and other Emberlings have your own plans. I am so excited for this one. Another one that I backed at the $1 level, so I could kind of budget a little bit, and then ended up backing it fully um, in the pledge manager. Very excited about this one. And belief, and really, these top 4 could almost be 1A, B, C, D, because they really are ones I am super excited for. And that leads me to my number 1 game I am most anticipated for in 2025. And there should be no surprise that there's a game from this company on this list, as it is my number 1 solo company right there, Stonemaier Games. And that, of course, is Vantage. This open world cooperative adventure game, even for solo, just sounds so interesting. The fact that you crash land on this planet and you only see what you can see. I'm really hoping to get a small group together to play this as well, since this is not a campaign, it's not a legacy game, it's just standalone play, and just to kind of see how that plays. But even for solo, just this idea of an open world game where you are exploring this world and you are only seeing what you're going to see, and you are only going to see a certain percentage of the cards every time you play, and every time you play is going to be completely different. Stonemaier hits for me. Stonemaier games, especially in the last couple of years, um, since I've discovered them, their most recent releases have just knocked it out of the park for me. With Stamp Swap and Wings Wormspan and Apiary and Expeditions. I mean, I am so excited for Vantage. And I know there's some other stuff coming out before that, including their version of, I think it's Tokaido, is the one that they got the rights to. But when Jamie announced his game and has been slowly teasing us with his, not really teasing us, but giving us his design diaries over the last half year, this number one on my list, Vantage by Stonemaier Games. All right, there you have it. There are my top 10 most anticipated games for 2025. What are your top games that are anticipated for 2025? If you like this video and want to see more, please hit that subscribe button above. And if you want to see the rest of my top 10s, you can follow that link. Once again, this has been Where There's a Wills, There's a Play. My name's Ian, and I'll see you next time at the table.